morning, everyone, and welcome to Book Starter Saturday. I'm Miss Walda from Culpeper County Library. The book that I have chosen to share with you is called The Refugee by Alan Gratz. I am sure that by now you're all aware of what's happening in Ukraine, a small country in Europe. It is being invaded by Russia, brutally invaded by Russia, causing 10 million refugees to flee communist attack. Now, this is not the only time in history that people have fled their country in hopes of finding a better life and have left everything behind. The book, The Refugee, is actually 3 stories in one book about 3 different people in 3 different time frames that are refugees. They are Josef, Isabel, and Mahmoud. In 1930, we'll start with Josef, is a young Jewish boy living with his family in Nazi Germany. That was a very dangerous time. And in order to escape the concentration camp, the threat of the concentration camp, they decided to flee their country. And they boarded the St. Louis. That was an ocean liner, and it was headed to Cuba in hopes that they would be able to find their freedom there. Well, when they reach Cuba, Cuba refuses to take in the refugees. So they decided to sail on to Miami in Florida. There, too, they were refused entry, and they went on to Canada, refused entry again. By now, the ship is low on fuel and food supplies, and there's only one thing to do, to go back to Europe. How will this end for all the families that are on board that ocean liner? That is for you to find out. The second character in this book is Isabel, and Isabel is Cuban, and in 1994, Cuba was in a civil war, and there was shortage of food, shortage of medicine, and shortage of freedom. And a lot of families built whatever they could, rafts, dilapidated boats, to get them out of Cuba to Miami or anywhere else that they could get with their boat. Isabel and family members, some family members, take this voyage. It's an extremely dangerous voyage. And do they make it? You'll have to read and find out. The third character is Mahmoud. Now, he is a young Syrian boy. And in 2015, Syria was in a civil war. But up to that day, it was a country just like ours. People shopping, people going to school, people going to college, going to work, and suddenly the civil war broke out. And his family, with 2 backpacks, and that's it, that's all they had, left their home. They went 700 miles to the border of Turkey in hopes to get to Greece and then finally end up in Germany. Do they make this dangerous voyage? Now, the interesting thing about this book is it reads like a puzzle. So these 3 characters, 3 different time frames, but somehow it all ties in at the end. It's a great, great read. And keeping in mind that there are many ongoing refugees situations that exist today. And let's see if Isabel, Josef, and Mahmoud actually found a better life. This book will be found in the Culpeper County Library and the Tween section of our library. Enjoy. Thank you.